Yo, sup with y'all boys, man? Hey, Jay Briggs here with Pickdawgz.com, bringing y'all my NBA Jam session for October 21st, 2022. If you're looking for more of this great content, man, do me a favor. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and if you're looking for my best bets, as well as best bets from the top handicappers in the world today, check us out over at Pickdawgz.com. Click that premium picks tab, and that's where you'll find best bets from the top handicappers on the planet. We got a huge card tonight in the NBA. I'm ready to smash it. Let's make some money tonight, man. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into it. Here in our first matchup, man, we got the New Orleans Pelicans facing the Charlotte Hornets. The Pelicans laying 6, total 231. I'm high on this New Orleans Pelicans team. They were my bet of the day in their last matchup against the Brooklyn Nets. I just love we got a healthy Zion, and like I said in my last video, I think Zion can definitely be top 5 when healthy. And they got Brandon Ingram around him, C.J. McCollum, and they got some hoopers over there in New Orleans, man. They're gonna be real viable all season. We seen the hard they played with it in the play-in and in the playoffs last year. I think that's translated over to this season, and they really believe they're the best team in every matchup they play. And I'm not trying to jump in front of this Pelicans team anytime soon, especially not for the Charlotte Hornets. Without LaMelo Ball, without Miles Bridges, I just think, although they did get a win in their last one against the Spurs, that's just a young Spurs team, really inexperienced guys just trying to get their feet wet in the NBA. So that win really just didn't impress me much. So here in this one, I like the Pelicans laying the 6 against the Hornets. I think they got to beat up on them, and we see some crazy highlights coming from this game. In our next matchup, man, we got them young Spurs, as I was just talking about, facing the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers laying 3, total 231. And the Spurs, man, this is not a great team this year. One of the worst teams in Spurs history, man. I can't remember the last time. I don't think in my lifetime the Spurs have been bad, which is crazy to think about. But, yeah, this is going to be definitely a down season for them. They definitely don't have much, and they're looking forward to their future. The Indiana Pacers, I think that they will be adopting the same approach probably later on this season, next season as well. I do think they're still trying to shop Miles Turner and Buddy Hield, but they're still on the team in this one, and I think those two guys, along with the few pieces they do have around them, I do think they are enough to take care of this young San Antonio Spurs team at home. So give me the Pacers laying 3, just a lean in this one, but I would lay the 3 with the Pacers. In our next one, man, we got the Chicago Bulls on the road facing the Washington Wizards. Chicago -1, total 223. And honestly, in this one, man, I'm gonna roll with the Wizards on the money line. I like the Wizards. I think this team is gonna be better than a lot of people get credit for. I think they might actually be like that 5-6 range in the East this year. I think these two teams right here in particular are going to be fighting for playoff position all year. And I like the Wizards to kind of take care of the Bulls here at home. Bradley Beal. They got some pieces over there. Bradley Beal, Kristaps Porzingis, Monte Morris, Kyle Kuzma. I know the Bulls just had a huge upset win where they were 6.5-point dogs to the Miami Heat. It was a great win, and like I said, this Bulls team do got some hoopers too. DeMar DeRozan is definitely a bucket getter. But here in this one, I just think the Wizards find a way at home on their home floor, and I think they take care of the Bulls. So give me the Washington Wizards here on the money line. In our next matchup, man, we got the Orlando Magic on the road facing the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta laying 8.5, total 222. This Atlanta team, they fell right on the number in their last game. They were laying 10. They fell right on 10. I think they had a fairly decent debut. Like I said, I'm really high on that backcourt. DeJounte Murray, Trae Young. They're going to be a problem to reckon with all season long, man. A really good team. I think they're going to be good this season. But I like this Magic team. This Magic team kind of showed me something, even though they didn't cover. I had the Pistons in the game last game against the Magic. But the Magic showed me something in that game. They kind of were up early. And I like what I seen from Paolo, man. Bigger guard, 19 years old, but he sees the floor well for 19, man. You can tell he has a lot of basketball already under his belt. Really tall guard, can get his own shot, man. Aggressive, and I like the Magic to kind of keep this one close. I'm gonna take the Magic plus the points here in this one. I think the Hawks do win it, but I think in this one the back door might be wide open. Hawks might be up like 12-13, and then next thing you know, they win the game by 6 or 7. So give me the Magic here plus the points. And our next one, man, we got the Toronto Raptors facing the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Nets laying 2.5, total 226. And like I said earlier, man, my best bet the last time the Brooklyn Nets were out was the Pelicans. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I look to fade Brooklyn as early and often and fast this season, especially at the beginning of the season, man. Until they can show me that they're gonna be better than they were last year, I don't know, man. I kind of just think they had a terrible offseason. KD wants out of there. He wanted out of there, and I don't think that just went away. I kind of think that nobody really could make nothing happen, and he wanted to save face more than anything. Kyrie, we don't really know never what's up with him day to day, even though I love Kyrie as a player. And Ben Simmons, we seen him. He was almost inactive last game, fouled out. I don't know, Ben Simmons, man, you got to show me something. The Raptors, we seen them fight hard against a good Cleveland team. Like I said, I think a lot of people sleep on this Raptors team. And here in this one, like I said, I'm looking to fade Brooklyn early and often this season. And I wouldn't be surprised. And I like the Raptors to actually win this game outright. I think we still see some turmoil going on down there in Brooklyn. And I'm going to take a shot here with the Raptors on the money line, that plus money. In our next matchup, man, we got the Boston Celtics on the road facing the Miami Heat. Miami got outrighted in their last game by the Chicago Bulls, and Miami was laying 6.5. Interesting matchup we have here. Boston covered their first game against the Philadelphia 76ers. They kind of went on a run in the third quarter, but I like what I seen from Boston. They are missing Grant Williams, but this Boston team, they've been together a minute. Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown. This team went to the finals last year for a reason, man. I think that I was expecting a drop off, but after what I seen in Game 1, I don't think they're gonna drop off at all. I do believe in this Celtics team, and I think that they score some points here in this game. Is what I was trying to say. My bad. I think they're trying to score some points here in this game. And I think Miami kind of bounces back from their bad game that they had against the Chicago Bulls in their first one. I just think we see some scoring here in this one. I think we can get over. Chicago went over in their first one against Miami, and so did Boston and Philadelphia. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this one here go over. Boston is without Robert Williams down there down low. So I think they can be had. Jimmy Butler slashing to the rim a little bit. But the same thing, I think Boston, they're definitely a scoring team. They Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum are definitely bucket getters, and they got some people who can knock down some threes. So I like the over here in this one, Miami Heat, Boston. In our next one, we got Detroit versus the New York Knicks. New York laying 6.5, total 218. I had Detroit as a premium the other night. I'm rolling with Detroit here in this one again. This Detroit team, like I said in my last one, they're my Atlanta Falcons of the NBA. I think they're going to be covering a lot of spreads. People are going to be sleep on them, and they're just going to keep on rolling. I like Cade Cunningham, and I like that they're just a tough team. They're gonna fight hard every game, and as long barring any injury, I think that they have a real shot at making the playoffs this season. This Knicks team, they will be good. I think that they will return to the Knicks team from 2 years ago. I do think that they win this game. But I'm gonna take Detroit here plus the points in this one. We got the Houston Rockets playing the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis laying 5.5 on the road. Total 229. Memphis went to overtime in their last one with the Knicks. I think that they're definitely gonna be missing their guys. Jaren Jackson, they're really missing those guys. I know it's just the first game of the season. This line also at 5. I don't know, but I lean towards Memphis laying the points. I think John Morant finds a way. This Rockets team isn't anything that just impresses me at all. Grizzlies were one of the better cover teams last season. I can see them beating up on a weak Rockets team here, so give me Memphis laying the 5. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves at home versus the Utah Jazz. Minnesota laying 8.5, total 228.5. And the Jazz shocked the world and pulled the outright against the Denver Nuggets. I didn't see that coming. I knew we was going to see some scoring in that game. However, I do think the Jazz have scoring capability, but I thought Denver was going to come out pretty strong in that one. I didn't know if they would cover that spread, but I thought they definitely would win it. But the Jazz came out and shocked us, and they scored some points. They got over the total, and they won the game outright. And Minnesota on the other side, they got the win against the Thunder Buddies. They didn't cover, but there was some scoring in that one. Here in this one, I like the over again. I like the over for the Jazz. I think over 228.5. I know that the Timberwolves have Rudy Gobert down there, but I think we just see some scoring. I think Cat gets going. I think Anthony Edwards gets going. And I still like this Jazz team to continue scoring. I think people will kind of sleep on what they have offensively. And they'll put some points up on it. So give me the over here in that one. We got the Denver Nuggets at the Golden State Warriors. Golden State laying 5.5, total 229. This Denver team, they upset a lot of people last night or 2 nights ago against the Utah Jazz. I think a lot of people just assumed with Jamal Murray back, Michael Porter back with Jokic, that they were gonna kind of stomp down on a weak Utah team now that they had blew up their team. And they laid an egg, and this isn't really just a great spot here now after you just laid an egg against the defending champs. We know we seen what Curry did opening night, man, and this Golden State team can explode at any moment. They just have too many weapons, too many scores. Everywhere you look, anybody can get you 25 to 30. Curry, Poole, Wiggins, Clay, they're loaded with scores, man. And we seen the Denver Nuggets, their defense was just subpar. We seen the Utah Jazz go in there and put up some points. However, I do think we see the Denver Nuggets put up some points here in this one as well. Kind of bounce back spot. And I like the over here, the over 229. I think we see a boatload of points here in this one. A lot of scores. And Jamal Murray, Curry, Jordan Poole, Jokic, Michael Porter Jr., everybody wants to put the ball in the bucket. That's what everybody's main forte is. So I'm going to take this one here over the total. In our final game of the night, man, we got the Trailblazers on the road facing the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix laying 4. Total 224.5. On the Blazers in this one, man. The Blazers treated me well in my last game against the Kings, and I think they treat me well here against the Suns. I know the Suns did come back on my Mavs, man. Huge comeback. I think at one point they were down, 30? Like, wow. And they came back and stole it. However, they didn't cover the game line. But I know they came roaring back, but I look more so at you were down 30. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I do think there's still a little drama going on down there. DeAndre Ayton did want to leave. Chris Paul only had like 2 points in the first half. I don't think Phoenix's problems are solved, and I definitely am not just trying to hump up on them to begin the season. So I faded them game 1 and we profited. I'm fading them again here. Give me the Blazers plus the 4. And but if you're looking for my best bets as well as best bets from the top handicappers in the world today, check us out over at pickdawgz.com. Click the premium picks tab, and that's where you'll find the best bets from the best handicappers on the planet. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Let me know who y'all like down in the comments, man. Let's make some money today. Follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJ so I can tell y'all if anything changes from this video. And I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, man. Let's make some money. I'm out. Peace.